Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian,
Done, everybody.
and friend of the podcast, host of the Strat Chat podcast and the Kyle Petty Show. We have Kyle Petty.
Hi, hello.
We are back, as you can see here in the title, to talk Survivor. This is Survivor 46, episode 12, Mama Bear. This is the second to last episode of the season. We will be back for the 3-hour Survivor finale next week. Programming note, Kevin told me he can do the finale next week with us, so we'll have Kevin as well.
Woo!
So always fun. Okay, guys, Mama Bear is obviously referring to Maria. Another solid performance for her again, obviously winning the immunity challenge. And I think really the theme of this episode was Charlie and Maria have had this alliance the entire season. Of course, unless you plan on bringing it to a final three, at some point it's going to come to an end. And while there was no vote cast for Maria, you could tell by the result of the votes here that that friendship, at least in the game now, is over.
Oh, it's over.
It's inevitable, though. I mean, it has to happen if she wants to win.
No, I think so. I mean, it was a inevitable thing. It was fun to see them both plotting against each other, and a real missed opportunity here, guys. I know we're not going to bury the lead. Kyle, what do you think about the epidemic that we have going on here in Survivor where nobody refuses to play their immunity idol?
I'm disgusted. Honestly, it's so lame. Especially because like I don't know who I'm more upset with, like the players for thinking that they are so secure in this, they don't have to play it, even after seeing what has been going on here. I mean, granted, no one knew about Venus's, so they don't really know that even happened.
Yeah.
But you know what happened with Tiff. And it's like, am I more upset with you for being overly confident, or I'm more upset with like production? I didn't need to know about these idols at all. Like all the things that must have been edited out of all these conversations that we're missing, because like you literally lived an entire 24 hours and we only got like what, an hour?
Yeah.
Like without commercials, and not even because there's challenges in there. So it's like you could have just left this whole idol thing out of here and I wouldn't have even known. And that's a shame because the idol is supposed to be such a big deal. The whole thing is just weak. It's weak.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo that. I thought this was probably gonna be the best episode of the season, and I'm disgusted. I hate this new era of Survivor. It is so pathetic and lame. These people are. I don't know what you're so afraid of to use these idols, because it goes right back into the deck.
Right.
And you
again,
like, what was your sense of security here? Like, you really, Liz, the person that despises you, and anytime she can talk bad about you, she does at any moment. And Kenzie, who doesn't like you at all. Why are you trusting these people? Like, I actually believe that you were going to shake this game up and make this episode and kind of save this season and maybe throw all these people in the loop. And you didn't do that. And it's 4 times in a row. I mean, it's unforgivable. It's unforgivable.
The lack of actual trying that Q did in the social game there, like you said, he walked up to Kenzie and her and said, and to Liz, okay, so we're just gonna stick together, right? Yeah, we're gonna do Charlie. All right, cool. Walks away. That's it. That's how secure this dude was. He didn't go around after done say a damn word.
And he should have honestly, if he was gonna do that, just wear it. At least wear it and maybe think like, oh, maybe he's gonna play it. We can't vote on him. Like, do something at all. And it's just like it's so disappointing, honestly. This show it pisses me off. I'm so happy it's over next week. I don't know if I can do another week of this. Like, just like disappointment. 4 weeks in a row of just like, we could have had a completely different game if these people had a brain cell. Where do you feel so safe? Hunter, like, remember when Hunter, he was like manic over there. He was like, oh, they're saying my name, and he just doesn't play it. Tiffany, come on, man. And like Venus
says, I don't want the idol. I don't want it. It's a target. Doesn't play it.
Yeah, I don't understand. And like Q, like my guy, like, it's not good next week. You can win if you get rid of Charlie. Your only competition is Maria. She's your ally, so that's the case. You can work with this here. Like, you think you're gonna lose to Liz? You think you're gonna lose to Kenzie? You think you're gonna lose to Ben? Ben's conscious? Is he even there? Like, I mean, it's just like, what are you thinking when you're making these plays?
Ben's out in the woods worried about the Dementors right now. He ain't gonna worry about trying to win. That guy's gonna get 0 votes. I forgot that he was there. when they started talking when this episode started tonight, and that he spoke, and they were like, "You're an idiot. You voted for Kenzie." I'm like, "Oh my god, this guy is still on the show." Like he's talk about the definition of a floater. He's never even been in an argument. The only person he fights with is himself.
Poor guy. I also think Q missed an opportunity for his resume here.
Yes,
Everyone
yes.
just keeps talking about like, oh, what is my big move? What's my big resume builder? And to point, I can't really pinpoint anything that Q did that he actually drove anything on. And like, this could have been your thing. If you would have played that idol and got Charlie out, then you know what? You could have used all of your stupid tribal stuff before, like, oh, I'm quitting, blah, 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 all this stuff. You could paint that as deflection because I just wanted to cause chaos. Those could all just be the minor bullet points. This would have been your big thing. And like, there's so many, just so many missed things. I was so sure he was going to play. I couldn't believe it.
I was
so psyched.
Couldn't believe it.
But I was just like, I yelled out loud, like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I literally sat in this chair, was watching it on this screen, and my wife is sitting here in like the nursing chair, and I started cackling. I cackled. I just like started laughing, chuckling to myself, and she looked at me like I was crazy. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "These people in this show." That's all I kept saying. I said, "These people on this show." And I just was like, "Whatever." Amazing Race is up next. Like that's how quick you move on. 4 in a row, guys. You can't even make that up. Like again, remember, you guys could go back, like viewers. This is episode 12. Go back like 5-6 episodes. Like I was Mr. like positive on this season. I was like saying, you know what? I think the challenges are good. They're simple. I like that there's some good players. There's not as much complication. I'm going to complain about them getting split and stuff, but that happened in the last like 4 episodes. The stupid bullshit splits. But like you said, Brian, how different this season is if just one of them plays their idol, just one of them, how different this season is. And frankly, better because, again, there shouldn't be floaters. It's like so annoying.
I don't know, man. I just don't even know what to say. Like, I want to know what people that used to like. I know people don't like Russell Hantz, but I like listening to Russell Hantz. He's so sick of the show, doesn't do his reviews anymore. I'm like, I want to see what he has to say. Somebody that like lived off of idols. Like he's got like what are these people thinking? And like they're like, oh, I love the game. Like, do you? You're not playing.
Why aren't you playing
part of the game?
Why are you playing?
It's just
don't
put him. Honestly, don't even put him in. Like next season, just don't put him in. If this is how it's going to be, like.
That's exactly what I was going to say. There's a world in which you could have edited this entire season and said, you know what, we tried something new. There will never be an idol used at all. Just no idol. You didn't have to show us any of these things because none of them had any impact on the game whatsoever. Like, at all, with the very exception of maybe Tiffany in the sense that like because she didn't broadcast, Q did, but because it came out that she had an idol, that was why she was a target. That's the only reason to leave that in the storyline. Otherwise, like these had absolutely no effect on anything.
Yeah, all it does is make the people you cast look like idiots. Is what it makes it look like to me. It's like how much time have we wasted in the last 4 weeks of people with idol play? It's got to be at least an episode worth 90 minutes, maybe 100 minutes of time talking about idols that were never played,
used,
just never used.
And these guys go, and then he goes, and Q goes on the exit interview. Man, I'm so happy I played this game. I've been like, I would have been punching myself in the face if I was in his situation where I had an idol and I could
scream out loud.
I would be punching. I would have a bloody nose from punching myself.
Let's take it one step further. What about the poor chap that dug the hole to hide all little Q's and all this stuff, and like none of this actually had any effect on anything? Like, come on, man! I worked too hard to even just to hide it.
Yeah. I think these people just wanted to go home with souvenirs. I think they knew they weren't going to win, and they all just wanted to go home with their immunity idols in their pockets, and that's like what they decided they were going to take from Survivor. And now a couple of them got some Applebee's. It's like getting a Taylor Swift friendship bracelet at a concert.
Yeah. That's funny.
Sheesh. So Q's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Charlie and Maria, right? Like, I mean, I don't know why any of these other people would help either one of those two. If I were Kenzie and Liz, I would have went to Q and been like, all right, well, it's either one of those two, and Ben, and go, it's either one of those two. Whoever's not immune, they're gone. And then next week is one of them. As soon as one of them's not immune again,
you got to do the fire.
They're gone.
Yeah, so it'd be the fire. Yeah, man, like because Liz is like, I took a shit, so I have this new energy now. I can do anything I want to
I
do, and
feel
it's like
alive.
I can't take anything you say seriously. Yeah, it would be a real shame if neither Charlie or Maria win. In my opinion, it would be a
Agreed.
real shame. It'd be a real shame for the show. I'm
Jeff would
sure other
love it.
people would love it. Like, oh, I
Jeff
love
would
you
love it.
people. I
Jeff would
love
love it.
Liz.
Jeff would love if Liz won. Jeff would be like, she's like hungriest winner of all time.
That's how you do it on your Survivor. She was
But,
bragging about almost not being one of
determine the
the
underdog story.
Yeah, she was like bragging about not pooping. Like I was almost one of the first people to ever make it all the way to the end of pooping. I was like, is this what we're celebrating now on the show? Not
That's
taking
all
a
she's
crap?
got.
Yeah.
Like,
She might get votes in the finale next week.
Yeah.
Because some of them are, but this is the one thing I will say about that. We talked about this a little bit pre-show, is that like this jury, at least, because they make so many dumb decisions, they're a wild card too this year, right? We don't know if they're gonna be petty, if they're just gonna make dumb decisions and not reward good players because they beat them. But like, I mean, you look at like Venus. Venus was like staring a hole through them. She thinks she should still be sitting there, right? Like if Soda's still pissed, like there's people that are pissed. You know what I mean?
there's a lot of this.
I saw something that were like Venus said that she was like not getting a warm receptive like reception from the people on the jury. Kyle, did you see that?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Somebody else told me
She,
about
the
this.
jury isn't being nice to her.
Yeah, apparently
That's
she
what she
got a
says,
rough
and
go.
Soda says she's lying. It's just like
Well,
I don't even know.
if everybody doesn't like you, it's so
Well, the thing
probably on
was,
that
the way
side.
that I understood this is that when Venus made these comments about how she was treated in jury, like she didn't actually mention names, and then Soda just kind of just came out on the socials and
I
like
love Soda.
that, oh, it wasn't really like that. And it's like, there's a small part of me that says, you know what? She didn't say any names, and you're the only one who decided to stand up
Defend
and say
yourself.
something. Yikes.
Yeah, so like
Which one's more incriminating?
Right, exactly. I was like, I don't know about
Rumors
this.
that you're a bully or that you come out and self-identify, that the rumors are there's more to it. I see. This is good though. So maybe the reunion will have some spice to it. That would be good.
But
Come
it's
on,
not
man, are you
even a real
serious? No,
reunion. They're just
they won't
sitting
be
there
no
at the
spice.
same time. It's like also hate.
Oh, the immediate reunion is a travesty.
You're right.
Yeah,
I
like, it's
forgot
not
that
a reunion
they
at
already
all.
recorded this reunion.
Nothing. Okay, breaking news. Nothing on the show is good anymore. Breaking news to anybody listening.
Aw.
Like it's not good. There's so many bad things that they
It
do.
is
And
waving the flag.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's a joke. If you come on this comment section and you tell me I'm enjoying this season, good for you.
We need
Good for
that
you.
meme, the little black kid. So you're telling me?
Oh, with it when he's like,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
no, I mean, I would rather inspire conversation. I mean, if you are enjoying it, why don't you
We are
let
inspiring
us know
conversation.
why? Like, yeah.
I mean, this is the same thing we're dealing with the Vanderpump people. It's like they like something, and they just because we criticize it doesn't mean that I don't like the show. Having a high standard for a show and you're getting shoveled and distributed bad product, like you're just like, oh well, I love the show, so I just gotta deal with it. I don't want to deal with that stuff.
Listen, Survivor shouldn't.
That's completely fair.
Survivor should be inflation proof, guys. Like I shouldn't be getting less for having to pay more of my time. I spend an hour and a half now every week watching fucking Survivor, and I get shittier product. Why am I spending more time to get less? I should be getting fucking more.
Especially all these people claim to be fans, and like these fans are stupid as hell. Like it's a bad representation of the fans too, because they come on the show and they're like, well, it's so much hard out here. It's not that hard. If you've been idle and you're on almost at the end and you've been targeting you for weeks and you don't play it, I'm sorry, you're dope. You're big time dope.
I'm gonna keep it in my back pocket.
Yeah, it's
like Bilbo Baggins
again,
playing with it in my pocket.
I really hope
I got more in my back pocket for you.
I really hope this Australia versus US thing is true, and we can just watch. If they cast all new people and just watch Australia just destroy them, I would love every single second of that.
Godzilla to roll out of the Pacific and sink Fiji. Get us in Remember when the location used to be like a character? Survivor Africa.
All you're doing is naming points.
Australia. Survivor. Now it's just a number.
Right. I hadn't thought about it until you said it. I missed even just the themes in general.
I miss themes, man. I really do.
I like
I miss
themes.
themes and I miss old people on the show. I miss it.
I definitely miss old people. Old people in Survivor are amazing.
The whole point of the
Old
show is
people on
diverse.
any reality TV, the show is actually amazing though.
Yeah,
Because
an
even
old
old people
person.
on Big Brother is like a hoot and a half. Like they're the best.
Yeah, old people make the whole
Yeah.
point of the show is the whole point of these shows is diversity, and they're not
Right.
doing that. They just check boxes, and it's just like
Mhm.
it's a shame.
Remember when they used to start them out on like a boat in the water and threw their shit out in the water, and you had to grab whatever you could swim with, and that's what you started with,
The
like
marooning. That was the marooning.
dude,
I
like
miss those
that
days. I
stuff,
really
like
miss
where
those days.
that was electric starts to seasons. Like it's just Jeff on a boat, and he's like, you see all these people shuffling all nervous, like they're about to get kicked off a boat in the middle of Madagascar. There's sharks. Fuck it, Survivor. Like that was cool. Like
I miss
now
those
it's
days.
like
I really miss those days.
I think Jeff's like an AI now. Well, I forgot popcorn again.
Let me pull out my cushion.
Ben walks in, ready for a show. Jeff, what are you gonna fucking do, dude? What are you gonna do? Tell him about your dreams? Oh,
Like reference a stupid musical lyric. Yeah, Spicy Jeff, my ass, dude.
Yeah, well, Jeff, and it's your fault because you got to do 90 minutes. And somehow I feel like this wasn't Phil's idea. Somehow I think it was your fucking idea. And now we don't even get to start till 11.
Yeah, yeah. I hate that so much. I hate it. It's a shame.
Wow.
I promise I like
Hate's a
covering
hard
these.
word.
I promise I like doing this. I know I come on here and I'm such a bitter, evil man, but I do
Mr.
like
Rob.
doing this. I mean, it's just give me something good here, man. Come on.
Oh boy, I am very intrigued, honestly, though, because to see how the hell this ends next week. I have zero clue.
What do we
how it's
think? What do
going
we
to
think?
end.
What do we think the final? What like everyone final three? Let's roll it. What do you think?
I think Maria is going to be gone. I think if she doesn't win the next immunity, I think it's the easy vote. I think it's going to be Charlie, Liz.
Oh,
Who that? No, she can't get
I'm
fired.
gonna say Charlie, Ben, Kenzie.
I think that's exactly what I would say.
Charlie, Ben, Kenzie.
That means we lose Maria and we lose
Liz.
in Q.
Yeah, Liz.
And Liz.
I mean, it's honestly.
I don't know. Liz could just be good just to kind of drag along because, like,
I just don't want to watch her for 3 hours. I want her out by like an hour.
well, I
think if you have to choose to bring Ben or bring Liz, you bring Ben because Ben has nothing to hang his hat on. Liz can at least say that she was on a hunger strike the whole season. And her daughter watch it together.
Which I'm sorry, I really don't have any sympathy for Liz and her hunger pangs. You know, I really don't.
Wait.
There's
Go.
a whole subsect of people that like really believe that, you know, Liz really toughed it out. And this is part of her, you know, survivor win story. And like, I'm sorry, I just don't buy into that because part of your story was all centered around how much you watch Survivor. So if you know that you have all of these allergies, then maybe you should not be playing this game. Like there's a whole reason why we don't apply to be on Survivor because I know I can't handle it. I watched it. I know it's not for me. And it's like, so if you want this so much, oh my gosh, I have the bourbon burger with my daughter and we have the apple and we do all these things, blah, 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 blah. And then you get out here and I'm supposed to feel bad for you and give you every single advantage that could negatively affect my game. I'm giving you this advantage just because you're hungry, because you're allergic to things, but you chose to be here. You signed up for this. That's not my problem. That's not my burden. I'm tired of that whole thing.
Amen, brother.
Also, we didn't even talk about another thing that like, you were going to sound like grumps, but like the letters from home. We've talked about this every season. It's ridiculous. Dude, they've been there for like 3 weeks. I don't care, Brian. You got 2 kids. You crying on the letters? You crying if you don't get letters?
Crying. If I got picked for the letters, I'd be like, somebody else can take them. I don't need them. I don't need them. I'll see them in a week. You're seeing them in 2 fucking days.
Right.
The show's over tomorrow.
I could see myself crying because I got one. Like I could see reading something like, oh my gosh, that got me a little bit. But like, I don't know that I'd be crying that I lost out on it though. Like, okay.
I'll see it. Guess what? I'll see the letter in 3 days. It cares.
Right. Especially at this point, it's almost over.
Applebee is way better.
If we had another month, that's a little bit of a different situation.
Yeah, that's great.
Like,
and also, like this is like letters, family visits. When the people came, the family
Thank you.
That needs to come back. That actually matters. That I
dangle them right in front of you. That's
they're right here. There's
drama.
nothing worse when they would show up and they're there. It's like, okay, by the way, you're picking two people. The other people got to go. You just see them and that's it. And that I understand. They're physically there.
Brutal.
That's brutal. But a letter,
a letter,
my guy.
Like Stan writing a letter.
Yeah, I was also thinking, like, do they write these letters in the beginning? Like, how do they know? Like, when is the threshold of okay, write some letters for some people? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because you don't.
Yeah, they definitely write those letters like a while before.
Day one.
Right?
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. I'd be like, this is bullshit, Jeff.
Right. It's also like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. It's like you don't even know what I'm doing right now. You don't know what's happening. You don't know how far I made it. How proud could you possibly be?
It's a bunch
all
of
you
bullshit.
know when you wrote this is that I was cast. You know, so like,
remember they used to show videos and stuff. Like there was things that like. Okay, all we're doing is proving my point that this show stinks currently. It's not good anymore.
Right, here's a point. This is talking about delusional fans. I'm in a million of these Survivor Facebook groups, so I just clicked on the first post I saw of Survivor 46.
Let's make fun of them.
This season, they're on a roll voting out these people with idols. They don't know that they have idols. They're not doing anything smart. These people spin anything. They can spin anything.
That's what
they are actually crediting those people.
I mean, the fans are just as big of a problem as the show is. I mean, it's just like I'm just gonna keep
Laverne
rules because it's the same shit, man. They think what they're watching is literally like written in blood and law. Like it's like, oh my god,
right? And that's also that comment is also so silly because it's like no one can even claim that. It's not. You're never going to hear about this again. Like this is a one and done. That's not going to be part of somebody's speech because no one knows that he had one. So
exactly.
Like, it's not even.
It's so dumb.
You're not on. No one's on a roll.
I'm on a roll.
God,
I'm on as much of a roll as they are. Right.
That shit pisses me off right there.
So the kid said, "I'm on one now, and I didn't need this. I didn't need my blood pressure growing up. I have the monitor now for my wife. I'm gonna go check mine. But actually, we should start doing this. Be a live editing segment where it shows my blood pressure as I go here, as I watch episodes of Survivor. Anyway, we'll be here for the finale. We'll be here for Survivor 47, obviously. Like, just, you know, for a lot of you that watch this deep into these have been watching us review these for seasons now, you got to know the point. You got to know the moral of the story, so you're not really upset by our points. But appreciate you guys following us. We cover all CBS reality, all reality TV. Bravo. Kyle, where can people find you?
Strat Chat Pod. You know, we do Survivor live Mondays at 9. So you can come in on there and tell me why you think this season is any good. And Thursdays at 8, we're doing the Challenge All Stars 4, which has been a surprisingly good season.
I forgot that.
All right. Damn.
I did. I'm not saying that to be a jerk. I legit forgot it was on. I have to watch 4 episodes, probably catch up. Always has good music. Always has solid music on that on All Stars.
Yes. The nostalgia is real.
Kyle, I don't know if I ever said this before, but you're a sick fucking bastard. You talk about Survivor twice a week.
I do, but there is.
God bless this man.
I try, because it's just fun to speculate. You guys don't get into the speculation because you're over it. And it's like, I mean, I'm over it too, but I do enjoy the hypotheticals, and that's
we would review it differently if we were doing it on Monday versus Wednesday.
Yeah, honestly, man, if I liked a lot more of the castmates, I would feel that way too. Like, yeah,
I do like these people though.
I like the people. I think they're just making stupid decisions.
I did like them until the last few weeks.
Brian is this will not
look. I'm the hater of the page, and I know my role. I know people come here; they know what they're gonna get, and I deliver, man. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you one thing. I deliver.
The mail comes when it's supposed to come, and I deliver.
Make sure you check out the Strat Chat Pod, the Kyle Petty Show, and Reality Guys, all on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. But for myself, Brian, Kyle, thank you so much for watching. See you next week for the finale.